Greetings, Sentinels fans! Remember last video when I said I'd do a yearly recap? Well, April Fools, we're doing this instead. Let's talk about Guise's ever-shifting logo. Each time Guise is on an art, he has a different logo on his chest. It makes for an amusing side joke on top of whatever shenanigans he's doing in the card. Though I do have to say, I have to wonder how often Guise is drawn so that his chest is obscured so that Adam doesn't have to make a new logo. It happens more often than you think. But yeah, the chest logo always has something interesting going on, and it's always kind of fun to look at it and see what it's doing in relation to the scene. So, what are the parameters for this list? Oh, I'm just going by what amused me most in the moment. I'm sure you guys have your favorites, so do share them in the comments if you want. I am including his many unique portraits in the digital game, and I will include images from the upcoming RPG Guise book as well. Though according to my sources, images of Guise showing off his logo is actually weirdly not all that common. There are still some fun Guise images to see, including a Nega Guise with his own anti-Guise logo, so there is some still fun stuff to be had there. But without further ado, let's get to the list. Our number 10 slot is occupied by one of his copycat cards. In Let Me See That, Guise has stolen Argent Adept's lyre so he can impersonate a rock star, with a lovely reference to Kiss on his chest. Rock on! But now we dive out of Guise's deck into a completely different medium. Guise has several different poses in the digital game, each one of him goofing off in some way. Our number 9 slot jumps to his Santa Guise variant, where one of his poses could have his chest logo displaying a stocking with some coal. See, he does give gifts to the bad guys. He throws flaming rocks at them. We remain in the digital game for number 8, but switch over to his regular variant. Guise gets a whole new suite of poses when he is wounded, including this absolutely absurd one with him having arrows and javelins sticking out of his back. Though weirdly, none of those seem to be coming out his front. But his chest logo, I think, is making a reference to Wolverine. And there's 2 layers of meta right there, referencing a character that has been in that position, I think, a few times. And Guise himself has some similarities to a certain Marvel character who has connections to Wolverine. References! Jumping Guise variants again, our 7th place spot will have the digital game Incap pose. Completionist Guise is very much the nerd of the Guise variants, and when he loses all his hit points, avenge me! He gets a chest logo of the saddest thing any RPG player can see. A torn character sheet. A moment of silence for the death of a player character.
Just like every season finale. Total letdown.
Our number 6 spot has us move back to Guise's cards. What do you require when you need to search for some cards? Well, according to Guise, it's a magnifying glass. And I really hope that if/when Handelabra does the digital version, I really hope they use a magnifying glass as shorthand for Discover. This would make this card retroactively funnier. Hopping on over to another card for number 5, Guise's profession as a tabloid photographer isn't often touched upon, but it shows up here. Good old Guise is taking a selfie with a defeated foe. Except I must criticize the logo here. If you're going to do bunny ears, you probably ought to do them above the other person's head. Bad photography etiquette. Dancing on back to the digital game for number 4, yeah, we know about Guise's Christmas war with the other holidays. But you know who his greatest enemy is? Krampus. Yep, incapacitate Guise and he will display the anti-Christmas. Christmas is cancelled! Krampus has prevailed! For number 3, we're going to leave Guise's deck altogether and head over to Wagermaster's deck. For his new deal card, Guise's creator and former roommate offers a choice to our comedic hero. Evidently, Guise is considering this very heavily, to the point where his chest logo is showing the classic shoulder angel and shoulder devil dynamic. And of course, now that I think about it, it brings up the image of Guise having tiny versions of Fnatic and Apostate standing on his shoulders, telling him what to do. And I'm not sure I'd want to listen to either of them, honestly. Back into the digital game for number 2, each version of Guise has a special pose that can show up if you do specific things with Guise. We are going to look at his base version. Yes, Guise, you are the king and everything, but one small little detail? That thing on your logo is not a king. I'm pretty sure that's a rook. 50 Sentinel points minus, seeming after class. And our number 1 Guise logo is the one in Oblivion's deck on Heir of Nothingness. Because here, even though he has been given a wound that will almost certainly kill him, Guise is still making a joke about it. That's dedication for you. And this was another place where the artist had an opportunity to obscure his chest, but They decided against it. There we go. Guise gets swatted aside, and his chest has no problem telling us. And with this weird episode done, I hope to see you next time. Take care, friends.
Guise, oh, he shoots and sings and flies, transforms into his allies, and he's Santa in disguise. He can show a perfect zero what it means to be a hero, and to put it simply, he's perfect, can't you see? Guise, as you now
I'm silly. Rock on. Yeah, the thumb out is the Spider-Man one. I had to thumb in for the devil horns.